and welcome to Eyewitness Reports on Channels Television. This edition of the program highlights what played out during the demolition of UTC Market in Abuja. The program will also spotlight the bad state of the East-West Road in Rivers State as motorists and residents continue to clamor for its repair. These and more shortly. I am Yomi Otaigbe. We'll begin from the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where at least 480 shops were demolished when officials of the Federal Capital Development Authority stormed the popular UTC printing market in the Garki area to effect government's directive. This did not go down well with the shop owners who claim to be unaware of government's intention and are still lamenting the impact of the exercise on their livelihoods.
This is what remains of the popular UTC printing press market at Area 10 in the nation's federal capital, Abuja. Men of the Department of Development Control under the FCTA stormed the market as early as 7 a.m. with heavily armed men and earth-moving machines. Traders not allowed to move beyond this fenced area watched helplessly as shops are reduced to rubble under the supervision of the FCTA officials.
The case has been in court for almost 3 years. We've been going front and back on the matter. But I believe if there should be any notice, it should be written. They have ways of communicating to us. In fact, till yesterday, a memo was still shared informing us to pay our service charge. Yesterday, you can ask others further. I don't know. But the thing is, I can't say for others, but me, I'm a shop operator here. I have two shops that I operate here. There was no notice. Another thing that I've heard from others is that they had some news on radios that they will be coming for demolition. But to my greatest surprise, I was called around 4 this morning that demolition is going on in UTC, and here we are. None of us were able to bring out anything. All our goods are still in there, and we hope that they will have mercy on us, give us that opportunity to go in there and bring out our goods. Because considering the fact that new government is just coming, one, the removal of subsidy is something that we are still battling with, and this one too is still joining. Like me personally, I have about 10 people working under me. You can imagine their fate. So for now, we are pleading, let them please go in there and get our things out.
I own a press here that I have machines that run in millions, and likewise my colleagues. And they have come to this place 2020 and they mount a signage here that they want to remodel. So we went into a discussion with them, and they are not telling us any good thing because there is no balanced negotiation, no any form of settlement, no information about when they will come for the they will start the remodeling. All of a sudden, last 2 weeks or whatever, they came and they said 2 days off, that we should pack our things out 2 days. And we said, okay, let's see what is going on. They arrested our colleagues and locked them up. That they will video them or whatever. But we tried to negotiate with them so that we had a balanced settlement. They didn't give us any genuine settlement. The action is pathetic. The action is horrible. The action is evil. The action could be considered murdering. They want to kill thousands of people that are eating from this place. Friend, I want to assure you that no one has moved any single property out of this place. There are machines of 100 million, 50 million, 20 million in this complex. All of them are still here. They are machine of 100 million, sir. We have not moved anything, single thing, and they are collapsing the place. We have responsibilities. We are Nigerians. We are Nigerians. We are not strangers. We are Nigerians. Even if you want to remodel a place, you must make alternative place for the person to stay. They have not made any alternative place. Rather they show us a white canopy, what you can consider an IDP camp. No. If you live here now by your left, you will see a white canopy. It's not even building there. It's not building. That place, there's no shop. They just put a white canopy that even rain has torn the canopy off. And they're saying we should move into that place. If they will hear our voice, we are soliciting first. Having destroyed this place to this point, we can't do business here now. We are only soliciting that let them allow us move our things out of the place.
We asked the officials of the Federal Capital Development Agency for the reasons behind the action and why the traders seem unaware of it.
The ownership of this particular business premises reside with Abuja Investment and Company Limited. They own this space. They own the structures. They are the landlords. But 90% of the shops are empty. For the past 2 years, they have been on this. And what we are doing is not total. Special removal we are doing. They can still come back and recover their wares. And over time, these structures are, weathered down by time and, they are structurally defective now. Not suitable for no safety, no, in terms of safety and suitability. In terms of today's business premises and concept, is out of place. So they are desirous of making life better for the operators here. Essentially, it's to even meet their needs. And they applied for the building plan approval. The department granted it. The Development Control Department, which is our parent department. So what we're doing is in line with the building approval, is for them to implement what was granted to them. In terms of the current business environment, not what we're having today. In terms of safety, should there be fire outbreak here, I'm telling you the truth, it will be, everybody will be consumed here. So for a government owns citizen safety in terms of protection of lives and business environment. So in fact, what we're doing here is to improve their livelihood and protect their properties.
The removal you witnessed today, we had to place adequate security to ensure that there's no breakdown of law and order. And also, before now, we noticed that there are some criminality going on within this environment, like phone snatching, reported cases of phone snatching. We have incidences of forgery of sensitive security documents by touts. And when you go around this environment, you notice that these touts go around to do whatever they want to do. And the remodeling going on here, we ensure that the touting level here is curbed to the barest minimum, which will be good for the society at large. What they are doing here is remodeling, but no one is bringing down anybody's business here. They are just remodeling it for efficiency and better sanctity of the environment as a whole.
Before the demolition, UTC Market served as the main hub of printing business in Abuja. The market was also popular for electrical appliances, especially refrigerators and air conditioners. Whereas the FCT government believes strongly that the market needs to be remodeled, majority of the traders wish that this issue is approached differently in such a way that prevents the losses recorded from the demolition.
The East-West Road is a major highway that links states in the South-South sub-region. However, the bad state of some sections of the road in River State leaves much to be desired by motorists, commuters and residents who constantly lament the discomfort plying the road. Here's an update.
Slowly, heavy-duty trucks, smaller vehicles and motorcycles carefully navigate the bad spots along the east-west road in Rivers State. This road connects the One port and the Eleme petrochemical plant, among others, from where goods are transported into the capital city and beyond. As these vehicles kick up dust, visible are the cracks along the Ahoda section of the road. Last year's floods did not do the road any good. Residents of Alessa in Eleme local government area of the state are worried about the inability of successive governments to keep to their promises of fixing the road.
For those of us doing business, it's been a very bad one for us. Every day we spend money on nose masks and buying of pig milks when we get home. Sometimes you find it difficult to breathe when you get home. I've had days that I could not even sleep all through the night because of difficulty in breathing. Why? From the dust we inhale here on this road. The dust is something else. Even with your nose marks, you still find some dirt in your nostrils after the end of your day's business. It's not easy.
This road, since last year, government, they always say they will repair this road, and sometimes they go poor side of the road and they don't tie the road. That is the problem we are facing on the road. If you can see now, even day before yesterday, there's one truck that fall down here because the bad of the road, and this is the place the resources is coming out from the road. And we need the government to do something about it, which is very good for people to live, to also save the life of people and property. Because if we are doing things like this, it's not good.
Others lament the damage to their vehicles as well as the health hazards from dust kicked up by passing vehicles, even as business people lament their losses as a result of the road.
This is even somewhere I just sweep yesterday evening before I close. Look at it. Coming this morning now, I'm seeing raw cement on my chair. This is what I suffer every day. This is the chair we cleaned yesterday. Look at it now. With raw cement. This pure cement. It's as bad as this.
If it rain, you start now. Bottle water everywhere. Everywhere, not the football leg. Inside this my shop, water the full.
When there is any problem with trailer and the government is affected, those in government are affected, they will come. So after if they want to walk the road, they just patch that area where the truck would have fed and go. We suffer a lot, although they are paid compensation for those who have properties along the roads. So all till now, we don't know what is holding it up.
The Federal Controller of Works gives details and explains the efforts of the government in restoring the damaged sections of the road.
We have in Rivers State, we have 3 sections. The first section Central is on section 2. So that section 2 is divided into 2. The first section 2, one has been substantially completed.
Which communities, what area does it pass through?
That's the one from Port Harcourt to Ahoda. So the remaining one is the Ahoda now to is it Kayama, the boundary with Bayelsa State. So like I said, the first one has been substantially completed and is currently undergoing lane marking. The subcontractor doing lane marking is there, And if you go on the road, you see that currently they are doing lane marking on the road. And I think they have reached like around 75% of the lane marking work has been completed. Section 3 is the RCC section, and that is Element Junction to One.
Okay.
Element Junction to One. That one is around 15 kilometers. The One one, the road, because of introduction of some new features, the road has been widened. The lane will be increased. They've introduced flyovers at some junctions. There will be flyover at the Element Junction. There will be a bridge at Akpajo Junction there. There are bridges. There are some bridges on deck on pie that have been introduced, and the road has gone for augmentation. And the contract sum is around 156 billion. Section 2, the road has gone for augmentation, and the augmentation is around 144 billion naira for augmentation.
Residents are hoping that with the new administration in place, the East-West Road will be given the attention it needs.
Recently, Ayetoro and some coastal communities in Ilaje local government area of Ondo State were sacked by sea incursion. Although the tide has reduced, we'll take a look at how residents suffered from the situation.
Many houses have been destroyed.
A rare eyewitness video shows the moment a sea overran its bank into Ayetoro, a community lying on the shores of the Atlantic Ocean in Ilaje local government area of Ondo State.
This is sardonic. We are calling on the relevant agency to please rescue this community. Ayetoro must not go into extinction. Many people are relocating. These are houses destroyed this afternoon by the turbulent and ravaging sea surge.
For now, the surge has retreated. It could return anytime, unannounced. Sea incursion is not new to this coastal community. Many residents have fled the area as a result of the disaster, which has become an annual occurrence.
As I dey here, so not be my house. It does scatter my house. It's my friend. My friend now help me. Can't stay here. Say me can stay here. Me a manager. As I dey here, so I not see anything. When I feel say this one na my property. See, don't carry everything go.
Our properties are being destroyed. Lives are threatened on daily basis. Here and now, we keep crying onto the government to come to our rescue and our aid. Up to today, we have not seen a concrete or reasonable move to show that they are ready to salvage this land. What happens if money that is being exploited here is, used back here to develop our land?
Ayetoro is one of the goose that is laying the golden egg for this whole nation. We are in the Niger Delta. Oil exploration and exploitation is taking place onshore and offshore in our area here. So that is where they are getting their generated revenue from. So why, and we are taxpayers and good citizens of Nigeria, why can't they come to our aid? Do they want us to go into extinction? Why are we being abandoned as if we are not citizens of this country? That is what is making us angry now.
A peaceful protest is just a way of drawing the attention of the authorities to their predicament.
More than 500 houses have been destroyed, including schools and small-scale factories. They have been permanently eroded by the sea incursion. And the situation we find ourselves now, it is harrowing and, let me say, excruciating. So we are appealing to the federal government. We are appealing to the Ministry of Humanitarian and Disaster Management to come to our rescue. We are appealing to Ondo State Oil Producing Area Development Commission, OSOPADEC, ditto NDDC, Niger Delta Development Commission, to quickly come to our rescue so that this glorious community will not become a thing of history.
In the aftermath of the recent incursion, a delegation from the Niger Delta Development Commission, the NDDC, visits to assess its impact on the community. A meeting with leaders of Ayetoro community provided an opportunity for the NDDC team to get more details on the incursion.
Sea encroachment started in the 90s, and our people made a lot of efforts to reach out to government at various levels. By 2003, when it was getting closer, it was hitting average of 50 meters in a year. We were measuring it. We figured that if we do not take action on time, that it will get to where buildings are. So we started to reach out, and contracts were awarded 2 times. One in 2003, nothing happened. The second one was in 2009. Those ones, they brought some equipment. They brought something they call geotube that they felt that would stop the wave. We told them as residents who have interacting with the sea, that the sea we have here and the soil texture here we have here, the geotube will not work. But they said that is what they have. They put their geotube. After a week, the sea busted and threw everything up. And since then, they said they wanted sand, they could not get sand. Until the sea got so close and it started destroying houses. We have lost 2/3 of the houses in Ayetoro. People, this other side that we call new site is where we have little land. So on daily basis, as people are losing their houses, people are just removing what they could salvage, because the sea, when it rises, it could be as high as 6 to 7 feet. And it will smash against the building, then it drags everything in the building. Thank God for the fact that all of us here, we can swim. We just grew up to discover that we all can swim. It would have we would have recorded so many casualties. I think we only recorded a baby who was too young, and it came at night before the mother could it came and actually dragged the foam, the mattress and everything into the sea. So, and since then we've been crying, we've been making a lot of effort. Government at all levels have been here. There is no body of government that's responsible for ecosystem, ecology, environment, Senate, House. There is none of them that has not been here. But they come, they pity our condition, they make promises, and they go. One thing that they made us to understand is that it's a gigantic project.
And on behalf of the Ministry of Niger Delta.
As an immediate intervention, the NDDC hands over foodstuffs and household materials to the community leaders, who would then distribute them to victims of the ocean surge. The NDDC Director of Projects says the Commission is exploring ways of deploying technology to tackle the problem.
Ayetoro as a community, as you can see, is robust. They have an extremely good ideology and philosophy, but what they need to do is to calm down the monster beyond. We believe that we can employ and adopt technologies that can help reduce these problems they have. And we'll continue to do that across the Niger Delta, looking for ways and means to change the narrative, especially of communities like this. You can see people down here, you can see they need living quarters, they need protection against the natural elements, they need jobs, as you can see. There's so much here, so much to infuse into this community to bring it closer into the 21st century as every other community should be.
The project is not such that the state government will have the ability to fund. As at that period, we are talking about no less than 30 billion. As at 2019, 30 billion or thereabout. But now, it will go to not less than 100 billion, in the neighborhood of that or more. The one that is coming, the monthly ecological fund, being remitted to the state is just a patronage sum, and we are using that for other ecological challenges. We look at all our environment here and there in the northern central district, in central and the southern central districts, where such fund. In fact, we have a manager, we have a contractor helping us to under Operation Flush Flood. But we are praying and we are hopeful that as soon as this current government hands over to the incoming one, that succor will definitely come our way through the president-elect and other members of the cabinet who will show us mercy.
Residents and leaders of Ayetoro community vow to continue deploying every means of communication to call on government and organizations until a solution is put in place.
That's it on this edition of the program. We'll see you again, same time next week. I'm Yomi Otaigi.